Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey, everyone.
Not on you. And then when supposedly the pressure's on you, you know, you just get a lot more crisscrossing ideas from different sides, you know. I hope I can inspire other people to find themselves, you know. I'm still serious, constant state of becoming. I haven't really achieved anything much yet. You know, I'm trying to stay in the moment. That's my biggest problem right now, is thinking too far ahead or thinking about the past and not focusing on right now.
Welcome to the story of Robert Downey Jr. Drugs land the troubled actor in prison, and he reaches out to a psychiatrist for help.
I said, Robert, I believe that you had bipolar disorder. He said, yes, I do have bipolar disorder. There are periods of times that I'm so hyper, and I spend a lot of money, I'm irritable, and there are periods of times that I go down.
Mr. Downey, if you want to address the court, now's the time.
Yes, I may, Your Honor. I don't know why, with the severity and the fear of you, of death, and of not being able to live a life free of drugs has not been enough for me to not continually relapse, seek treatment again, relapse, seek treatment again.
Prison culture is really something that's hard to explain. It's opened my eyes to a lot. I think first it was just kind of a shock, because I don't know why, but for some reason I had expected that I was going to somewhere that was like the treatment center next to the prison. When I got here, it was like it was a prison yard, and came here and I was like, wow. You see razor wire fences, you see a lot of correctional officers.
The actor violated his probation when he fled from a detox center, his rehab stemming from several drug and weapons arrests, but a judge sent him back. A year later, he skipped a court-ordered drug test and spent the next 4 months in the LA County Jail. 1999, Downey skipped another drug test and was sent back to rehab. But this time, a judge gave Downey hard time, state prison for nearly 1 year.
It was probably when I realized I was going to be going and doing time, and I wasn't going to...
In a real prison?
In a real prison, yes. As opposed to an imaginary prison like the rest.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is because I think, and God bless Judge Myra in the Malibu Superior Court. I thought I would never say that. God bless you, Judge Myra. Because, you know, I needed to be intervened on in a big way.
And I know that there's all this stuff about it's a disease, it's a moral dilemma, it's this, it's all this other stuff. But I think at the end of the day, it's the lack of making a solid personal decision. And sometimes the stakes have to be so high that...
Okay, do you think you've repaired all the hurts you caused? Isn't there a point where you have to look at the people you harmed?
If I could take the next 15 minutes or so, I could start doing my amends if you want.
No, but I'm just saying, do you think you have?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Mm-mm. Let me put it this way, it's a process again, you know? Because sometimes other things will boot up and I'll just remember, oh no, oh God, what did I do? What was I thinking?
Yeah, yeah.
Next time I'm at Blockbuster, say sorry to the manager when you felt, you know.
That involved.
The first violation I did 6 months, and then on the second one, he literally threw the book at me and went for the maximum sentencing allowed, which was a 3-year sentence.
I mean, just like, you know, and I think this is the biggest problem is I was raised particularly in a generation that wanted to be cool. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, if you ask the people who know me real well, and I think I'm one of them now, is I'm not cool and I don't want to be anymore.
There's a lot of quote-unquote B-level superheroes who are on their way to the big screen, but Iron Man seems like the one most likely to rise to A-level.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that it hasn't been done and done well already, you know, and there's a certain destiny to it. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, obviously, I'd have been too young or not quite ready or seasoned enough to do it, but I think it's...
They made you really go through the hoops for this. How many times did you audition?
Well, I said to Jon Favreau, I said, I think I'm the guy for the job, and he goes, you know, I do, and they don't, and...
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, I don't think it's going to happen, and I said, well, I'm going to believe it will.
And then it came down to a screen test, and I went in, and I'm really good at screen testing.
And we're rewriting it and feverishly. It was like we literally were like delivering the baby as we were rolling half the time. And I think that's what separates us from the pack a little bit, is there's such a sense of immediacy and spontaneity in this that I don't know if we'd want to do it the same way again because it was so stressful.
Oh, really?
But oftentimes we'd literally be pulling elements out of our ass and making these robots characters and giving them names and thinking of things to do because we knew that the world wasn't full enough.
Are you asking me, does money make me happy? So I'll ask you, does it?
I don't think so.
No?
No, it would have worked before.
Yeah. So what does make you happy?
I don't know. I mean, you know, this is fun. I love my life and my marriage and my kid, and I love working. So same stuff as anyone, you know.
How does your...
High five.
Thanks.
I don't know, just amazing job. I don't know, just, man, what a great film.
We went a little batty, and then we kept working and hashing it out, and it was just this kind of never-ending pursuit of the best possible ideas, you know.
Time.
Avengers is going to do big business. That's kind of in the cards. But I've been in big movies before that sucked, and you feel kind of dirty when you see them over-succeed for how good they weren't. And I think that Avengers actually really deserves to succeed because it was a difficult endeavor, and there's a lot of talent in it, all operating at 100%, and the story works. Thoughtful and considerate and affectionate and kind of attentive dad. Now, I choose to remember that because unconsciously there's these long swaths of time when you have a dad that's in the military or you have a dad that works a 9 to 5 and goes on business trips. My dad was almost always home, or if he was on the set, I was probably heading there if I wasn't there already.
First of all, I feel like an asshole.
Why?
You know, just because I don't...
Je me sens un peu comme un crétin.
I don't, you know, I would have spoken French, but I was raised by wolves. She went to all these nice schools, and they spent all this goddamn money, and now she's all fancy and comes out and you just love her. I am an animal. I'm an ugly American, all right? They don't teach French in jail.
On the father thing, you followed your dad into, in general terms, into the same field.
Right.
Have you experienced that desperate need for validation from your...
I guess we should just laugh out loud about it,
right.
Honestly. I mean, my dad is he's a very kind of discerning guy, and he's very opinionated, you know, particularly when I started doing these kind of mainstream movies that are, you know, the complete opposite of the kind of counterculture maverick film style that he's a pioneer in.
This is really nice. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to send you love, and then I'm going to receive love. So here's me sending it. You get that? All right, I'm ready to receive. Thank you.
And you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in, you know, the dark periods you entered and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you know, you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
I mean,
okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Arthur Conan Doyle gave us Sherlock, Stan Lee created Iron Man, and so part of my life's mission is to ensure that these action heroes are properly rendered for your viewing pleasure. Everybody answers to somebody, and in this case, I've always remembered I mustn't do this for glory. I certainly don't do it for cash and prizes. I am accountable only to my audience. Simply put, I work for you.
Coming up in the newest Avengers movie. How many more of these can you do?
It's like anything. It's like with a team. If you're going to hang up your jersey, you want to make sure that the team is in good shape and they can still compete at a high level, because ultimately that's what made the whole thing worth doing anyways.
See ourselves like years and years down the road. It's like the Iron Man suit opens up and you come out with a cane.
Yeah,
Spider-Man's
exactly.
in a walker.
Yeah, iron wheelchair.
Now, back to me. Can I get some more reverb on my voice to make it sound more godlike? Testing, testing, there we go, ha ha. Thank you all. Now, spotlight me. Yes. Have some triumphant music, please. I am Iron Man, and this is for the people.
Hey, it's Gigi Hadid. For more videos like this, click here.
Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here. Boop.
Thanks for watching.